Okay, let's dive into this. We've literally all been there, or at least we all dread being there. You pat your pockets, you dig through your bag, and your stomach just completely drops. Your wallet is gone. And with it, your driver license. Well, take a deep breath. Today's explainer is basically your calming, step-by-step rescue guide to getting your New York State driver license replaced and honestly, getting you legally back on the road. Because, the urgency of this problem is incredibly real. Without your license on you, you are technically driving illegally. That can lead to hefty fines, or honestly, much worse if you get pulled over. Not to mention, you're suddenly cut off from pretty much everything that requires a simple ID check, from boarding a domestic flight to proving your age or identity in daily life. But here's the good news. Replacing a New York license is a highly structured, surprisingly efficient, and completely solvable problem. You just kind of need to know the rules of the game. To get you sorted out, we're using a Choose Your Path framework today. We'll be hitting 5 sections. 1, the baseline. 2, the fast track, which is online. 3, the classic route. 4, upgrades like do you renew or enhance. And 5, final tips and disclaimers.
All right, Section 1, the baseline requirements, what it takes. Before we get into the different avenues you can take, let's just establish the core facts that apply to virtually every single New Yorker seeking a replacement license.
And this brilliantly illustrates our first major point. People always assume that bureaucratic nightmares come with massive price tags, right? But the financial barrier to solving this problem is surprisingly low. A standard duplicate driver license in New York State costs exactly $17.50. No matter which method you use to replace your lost, stolen, or damaged license, that is the baseline fee you're looking at. The second baseline requirement is the paperwork. Honestly, no matter which path you end up taking, the universal key to unlocking this entire process is completing the MV44 form. The official title is the Application for Driver License or Non-Driver ID Card. Whether you fill it out digitally on your couch or with a pen and a desk, this document is what tells the DMV exactly who you are, what happened to your old license, and exactly what you need them to do. Okay, Section 2, the Fast Track Online Replacement. If the stars align and technology actually works in your favor, the online portal is, hands down, the quickest solution to reclaim your legal driving status. So the crucial point is that you must clear a few strict bureaucratic hurdles to actually use this online portal. First off, your address on file cannot have changed. Easy enough. Beyond that, the rules vary slightly by age. If you're under 25, this has to be your first time ordering a replacement online. If you're over 25, you simply can't have requested a duplicate document online in the past 30 days. And lastly, you cannot be turning 21 within 40 days of applying. But hey, if you clear all those hurdles, the online path is wide open to you. And man, if you do take the online path, the relief is immediate. As highlighted in a press release quoting Governor Cuomo, New Yorkers can literally download and print a temporary license instantly. This isn't just some flimsy email receipt either. It's a full 8.5 by 11-inch printable document bearing the official New York State coat of arms. It is fully valid for 60 days while you wait for your permanent physical license to show up in the mail. It is an absolute lifesaver if you need to drive right this second. Moving on to Section 3, the classic route, in person or mail. Because, well, what if you recently moved or you just don't meet those age criteria? This covers the traditional, tried-and-true methods for folks who have discrepancies in their current documentation or simply prefer to handle things in the physical world. Going to the DMV in person is a rigid process, for sure, but it's an incredibly effective one. The steps are super simple. Step 1, gather your physical proofs. Make absolutely sure you have the required documents to prove your identity, your citizenship, and your New York State residency. Step 2, complete that MV44 form we talked about. And Step 3, pay the $17.50 fee. Look, nobody loves waiting in line at a DMV office, right? But the massive upside here is the quick win. You will walk out of those office doors with a legal, temporary permit in your hand that very same day. There's also the mail-in option. You can just package up your completed MV44 form, photocopies of your proofs of identity, and a check or money order for the fee, and send the whole shebang off to the DMV. As one of our sources playfully noted, you could even include a personal letter telling the DMV all about your day. But be warned, they'll process your application, but they are definitely not going to write you a letter back. Now, what's really interesting here is the sheer utility of the MV44 form. While you're filling it out to replace your license, it conveniently includes a section allowing you to update your voter registration simultaneously. And as this snippet from the form instructions shows, The state ensures accessibility by offering help with the voter registration process in multiple languages, including Spanish, Korean, and Bengali, through a dedicated 1-800 number. It's a fantastic opportunity to kill two birds with one stone.
Let's transition to Section 4, Strategic Pivot, Renew or Enhance, because you actually have a strategic decision to make right about now. Think about it. If you've lost your license, simply replacing it might not actually be your smartest financial move. Let's look at the numbers. A simple replacement costs $17.50, but it keeps your exact same expiration date. If your lost license was due to expire in, say, 2 months anyway, you'll be paying $17.50 now and then paying to renew it almost immediately. Instead, you could choose to just renew it right now for $64.50. Yes, it's a bit more money up front, but it extends your expiration date by a full 8 years. It's absolutely crucial to check your timeline before making your choice. And while you're replacing your license, you should definitely consider the type of ID you hold. New York offers standard real IDs, which are going to be required for federal domestic flights at no extra cost. However, New York is also one of the few border states that offers an enhanced ID. For an extra $30, an enhanced ID basically acts as a passport alternative for land and sea travel to places like Canada, Mexico, and parts of the Caribbean. If you're a road tripper who loves crossing the northern border, that extra $30 could be a phenomenal investment right now. Let's move to our final section, final tips and disclaimer, and see how this all builds into your ultimate action plan. And that brings us to our mandatory disclaimer. This explainer is a comprehensive summary based on official state guidelines and expert sources. However, as we all know, government policies, fees, and those tricky eligibility requirements can and absolutely do change. Before you send a check in the mail or assume you're eligible for the online fast track, you must verify the most current procedures directly on the official New York DMV website at dmv.ny.gov. Always trust the official government.gov site over any third party. Losing your license is stressful. There's no getting around that. But getting it back really doesn't have to be. We've laid out the groundwork for you, from the incredibly low $1,750 baseline fee to the instant relief of printing a 60-day permit right at home, to making the strategic choice between a simple replacement or an 8-year enhanced ID upgrade. The system is literally designed to get you back on the road. So armed with this knowledge, which path will you choose to reclaim your legal identity today? Get online, get your paperwork together, and go get your peace of mind back.